I have decided to do a series of how-to videos on shark fishing to help you be more successful. Uh, if you're an experienced angler or if you're a new angler and just want to try to catch a shark. What I noticed with social media is everyone has a look at me attitude, but not many people share what's going on. So, a little history. I started in 1989, my first year shark fishing, and I found that same attitude. And there was a lot of years that I fished wrong and still caught fish. And there was a lot of things I messed up on and made mistakes with until probably 2004. Got involved in the internet, a couple of shark fishing websites. I now run sharksonthesand.com, and we really have got a system down that works really well, and you will be successful if you use it. So this is my first series, my first part one of the series, and what I want to show you is one of the few things that I learned from an old timer when I first started, which was back braiding cable. Okay, so basically your bite section of your rig that you're gonna have to catch a shark. So this is about 8 foot of cable. This happens to be coated cable. On this end here, I have the coating stripped away. Now some coated cable is very difficult to strip. This is sand low, it's not too bad. You don't need coated cable. I believe in coated cable. But I just take a knife, it's your hard working surface, and strip. And you do that a couple times. Sometimes it comes off easy, sometimes not. And that's your cable. So, if you're using coated cable, you want to clear about 12 inches, I don't know, 10, 12 inches of cable. Okay, and so now the key is your cable is made out of 7 strands, and you want to split this in half basically. So you'll have 3 strands. Okay, there's 4 strands, and here's 3. Okay, and you kind of put all this back together, okay? And you just unwrap it. I can do this in the dark after all these years doing it. The first couple times may seem a little difficult, but it's really easy, and you don't need crimps. I mean, this is great. You can lighten your load if you're going somewhere you got to walk a long ways, want to bring extra cable with you. You just bring cable. You don't need anything to go with it. So what we're going to do here is we'll start with a hook. While we're talking about the bite section, I only use circle hooks. This is a 20-aught catch-all circle hook. Last year, probably a year and a half, man, I have fell in love with this hook. It stays sharp, it's got a smaller barb, it's offset, works. Now most of you, if you followed me in the past, you know I'm a believer in the 20-aught Mustad. Still believe in that hook. Both the hooks are about the same price. But do yourself a favor and learn how to use circle hooks and catch more sharks. Okay, so now we're gonna put this on. So you split this, you put your hook over one end. Okay, very simple. And then you just do an overhand knot, like this. And when it's right, let's do that again. When it's right, it will look like it folded right back into itself. And at that point, you just take the tag in, move it around. Okay, and you just make sure you fold it in together. Good. Okay, if it's not right, you'll know it won't look right like that. It does not look right. This side looks great. Look at it folding back in. And you just fold that in there. And just, okay, and this side, there we go. Cable's just a little loose. Okay, look at that. Just fits right in there together. And you do that, of course, you have these tag-ins that will poke you and stuff, but you get used to all that. I mean, you just learn not to let it happen. Just tighten that back up right there. Slide it through your hook. Of course, anytime you want to show somebody how to do something is always the time that it doesn't work the way you want. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, now, you finish wrapping. See, your hook now is on the part that you've already wrapped. Okay, you wrap this all the way down like this. Can you do the other one? All the way down. All the way down. Okay, and I went maybe a little far. Okay, but now this is what's important, this part right here. You want to close this off. Okay, this is your tag. This will never come undone. Look at that. Okay, now, what I do is I take old cheap dollar electric tape and black or red, blue, whatever's your favorite color, and I close this tag off. Okay, I don't just like it flapping around, and I don't like it poking me when I'm messing with it. Okay, so here we go. And then come back, put your hook right there. Okay, that's the one thing I like to do with electrical tape. Look at that, nice and neat. This is the other. I start about right here on the hook, and I come this way towards the cable. Some of you guys that are going to watch this that are experienced are going, what the heck is he doing? You don't need all that. You might be right, but it's hard to argue with success. Okay. And confidence. And just maybe getting 1 or 2 extra sharks a year. I fish a lot, and this is what I believe in. Not necessary. That's what I believe in. Okay, so what I've done is made this hook more rigid. But it's not so rigid that the circle action won't work. Believe in this because this keeps your hook steady when you hook your bait, which is going to be a whole nother series on how to hook your bait. Okay, so this is what I have. I have a 20-aught circle, a braided hook. I have everything nice and taped up and smooth, and this end of your rig will work. Okay, so now, like I said, we got about probably 8 foot of cable. Most time I make my cable between 6 and 8 foot. We're going to do this again, okay? And maybe I should get a little closer. My fingers are old, wore out, but you just split that apart. Okay, so you have 3 there and 4 here, and you just split it apart. You just unravel it. Cable is just single strands raveled together. You can do this with the stuff you buy at Home Depot, the stuff you buy at Lowe's. It can be galvanized. It doesn't matter. It's braiding. Okay, so that's a nice long section. Okay, now I'm going to add a huge swivel. And somebody out there is watching this going, you do not need a swivel that big. You're absolutely right. This is a I think this is 1100, it might be 900, 1100 pound swivel, but that's not why I use it. I use big swivels because they have the ability, the tendency to work sand out of them. Smaller swivels get froze up by the sand, then they don't spin and they don't do you any good. So these big swivels will spin and knock the sand out and then keep spinning. Plus they're strong enough. Okay, so we're gonna do this one more time. Put that over that. Do an overhand knot. Look at that, how pretty that is, how it went in there. Okay. Yeah, boom. Boom. Kind of tighten that up there. Slide this through. Right. I thought this video would be shorter, but I hope you guys are learning something from it. Okay. There's that. I have to hurry up. Okay. Look how pretty that is. Another thing is you want to make sure you close it off here. See, that's a little bitty strand. You got to wrap that up. Okay. Look. There you go. Come in. Tape it. All right. Close it up. Okay. There it is. I mean, this is a great bite section. Okay, so here's part one, how to make your bite section. Part two is going to be on the heavy monofilament, shock leader, weight, basically how to use this whole rig. I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to making the next video. Thank you.